Hello, it is Evan here, and after 8 episodes of awesome guests, Season 1 is officially in the books for Smarter Trading. I want to thank you for tuning in, for listening, for emailing, for leaving comments, and showing up to show your appreciation for the show and to leave some nice comments and feedback. Thank you, the listener, first and foremost. I had fun with sort of reconnecting in a lot of cases with a lot of these guests, and in some cases actually connecting for the first time. So it was a good experience for me to sort of catch up, chat with some of the traders that we've had on the podcast. So I want to sort of lay out the schedule, a couple of things that are changing going into Season 2, and just sort of what to expect going forward now that Season 1 is sort of officially over. And before we get into actually the scheduling, I'm going to keep this brief, but I did want to sort of outline and sort of highlight some of the big takeaways that I personally learned from the past 8 episodes. I thought what was most interesting here is we had guests that were trading all different approaches. We had options traders, we had fully systematic quantitative traders, we had chart pattern traders, we had discretionary swing traders. We were all over the map in terms of approach to the market, but there were definitely some threads of sort of common advice that we were getting. And I think that is some of the most important takeaways, is because this advice I would consider almost universal to regardless of sort of the trading style that you end up choosing yourself to trade. So the first is, most importantly, kind of getting the psychology right. This was a theme we heard come up again and again, and this means a lot of different things. I'm not going to go into all the specific points, but the frame of mind, what's in between your ears, making the decisions, pulling the trigger, being sort of present in the trade, and understanding that this is a marathon and it's about process, is just something that we saw time and time again from all of our guests basically bring up and highlight. Risk management, as we might expect, and if you've been, trading for longer than 6 months, you have probably learned this lesson already. Position size and risk management, it is so important to surviving and to actually sort of make it as a trader over the long haul. And last but not least, I think one of the more interesting ones is just sort of knowing what is right for you. This sort of ties into the psychology side of things. But basically, as traders, there's an infinite way to approach the markets and to trade and to have a lens at which to attack the markets, and we all need to figure out what's best for us. I think that is something that is, sort of a journey we all have to go on time and time again. So there were lots of other lessons. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you sort of taken away from this series. If you found these episodes helpful, what are some of the notes that you came away with? I would love to hear them in the comments below. Okay, now in terms of schedule, we're going to be taking a short summer break from publishing new episodes to the podcast, but every Monday we are still going to release a clip, a highlight reel from one of the past episodes. So maybe it's something you may have missed, but it's important sort of takeaway that we felt the guest really delivered some over-the-top value and insights for us to really sort of pay attention to. So every Monday, expect a short clip while we are on break, going to the podcast, going to iTunes and our YouTube channel on the Monday schedule. And before we do get back to Season 2, we want your feedback. So now is the time to let us know your thoughts about the podcast. How can we improve it going forward to Season 2? We want to produce the best actionable trading podcast to help us all trade smarter. That's the mission. And we need to know sort of your thoughts on everything to help us do that. So we've got a short survey that we built. It's at thetraderisk.com/feedback. We're going to put the links in the podcast description, in the YouTube description, thetraderisk.com/feedback. Head there. It's a very short survey. Let us know what we're doing good. Let us know what we could improve on. And that's going to help us make changes and come back with an even stronger show for Season 2. We've got some changes that we've internally been brainstorming and thinking about. So we are going to sort of hit the road running with a few different ideas. Hopefully you like them. And some of that info is shared at that survey, thetraderist.com/feedback. So please be sure to check it out. Last but not least, I know I'm a hound on this every episode, but ratings and reviews on iTunes. I've gotten many more emails and certainly comments about traders, you, the listener here, enjoying the show, but much, much, much fewer on iTunes. So please, if you do enjoy the show, it is where we need to get that support shown. It helps us bring on better guests. It helps us get discovered. And it really is a quick sort of, review process. You can just do the stars, or you can actually leave a comment. Got a couple of nice comments on there, so I do appreciate that. But please, if you have time during this season 1 break, head on over to iTunes and leave that rating and or review. So that's it for me. Short break for the podcast for the summertime. We'll update you when it's coming back. I don't have a date just yet on when the first episode of season 2 is going to drop, but I will update as soon as we have that information. In the meantime, enjoy those clips and please let us know your feedback. Thanks so much for being a viewer, and I hope you're enjoying the show.